Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins.
And now, please welcome your
first pitch coming at you right after the break.
Miami Marlins.
So just about set now, towing the slab in today's game. Cade Gibson, what should we keep an eye on here?
Well, coming into this game, hitters are batting under 250 against this starting pitcher. So it just shows you how effective he's been. He's been able to move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Chris Taylor. That one misses. Ball one.
Yeah. One ball, one strike.
Strike on the inside corner.
One ball, two strikes.
Hit weakly on the ground. Sanoha to first, and an easy out to start the game. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And a big part of it, a guy with a great track record, Mookie Betts.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
To the right side, Mervis takes it himself. Nice, efficient start to the afternoon. That's two out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
Two down, base is empty. And up next for Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman. Gibson, 27 years old, and he was a 10th round pick in 2022. And first offering is fouled off. Outside corner, there's a strike.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Dodgers go down quietly. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab, Landon Knack. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Next offering is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a chopper out to short. Into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. And the pitch is outside, ball one. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
No,
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Now it's the rookie DH, Eric Wagaman. First pitch, not close. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
The pitch. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Fights that one away, still 1-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
In the air, left field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that is a big first out.
Batting fourth, the right fielder.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. This is a good offense, Chris. You're going to get quality at bats and balls put in play consistently with this group.
And it doesn't really matter who they're facing on the mound. They have the ability to go out and compete and win ball games. If it's an all-star or Cy Young Award winner to just a rookie up in the big leagues. So when you have that, you have a chance to win every night. If I was a pitcher on this team, I'd feel pretty good about taking the mound for him.
Jesus Sanchez, the next to hit, takes high for ball one. Edwards at third. Stowers over at first with one away. Check swing, and he went. And 1-1.
1-1.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. And fouled off. Two aboard, 2 outs. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that's the 3rd out. Marlins strand a pair. We played an inning. No score. And we're back. Top of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajes. Gibson back to work. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that is ball one. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. One away.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Here's Muncy to hit. Outside low, and it's 1-0. One down, base is empty. That's a little bit low.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
2-0. Fought off foul. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And that's low for ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. That one fouled off. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Man at first, one away. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Here's Kike Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Two outs. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Home run number 5 on the season, and they grab the lead. It's 2-0.
A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
So 2 away with nobody on. Hesung Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Foul ball there. That misses, and the count even 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. And it's 2-zip Dodgers. Bottom of the second. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Matt Mervis.
That catches the outside corner. 0-1.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one's in there, and the count is 0-2. Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
Popped up. Muncy sizing this one up. Drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Batting 7, the center fielder, Dane Myers.
And now the center fielder, Dane Myers. And that's too high. Now a screamer into the outfield. Conforto makes the grab for the second out.
Batting 8, the third baseman, Graham.
2 outs, base is empty.
Pauly.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Graham Pauly. Fastball is outside. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Two down, nobody on. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And a ball and 2 strikes. And that's in the dirt.
2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. That's to third, and that chance handled. Fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Marlins nothing. all set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Austin Barnes. And that drops in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Ball upstairs.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Line drive. Base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Chris Taylor now 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
Barnes gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, and that got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Mookie Betts now. Grounded out his first time up. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Turns and fires to Betts. Hammered, and this one could be extra bases. Coming home. 1 run across. He is safe, and it's 4-0.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. 112 miles per hour. The ball seemed to explode off the bat right there. He put everything together on that swing, so that's one of those knocks that feels a little extra sweet.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here is Freddie Freeman. Struck out swinging his first time. And there's your strike.
0-1.
Runner at second, nobody out. And that one in there at the knees for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a ground ball on to first.
He's out.
And Freeman is retired.
The right fielder, number 44, Andy.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Andy Pajes. Went down on strikes his first time through. Slice down the right side. Man at second. Just missed. That one not close.
1 strike.
And it's 2-1. Swing Swings here and blasts one left field. Back there. And it is gone. So he goes yard to left. His 7th home run of the season. And they add on. It's 6-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Cade Gibson is done, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
Valente Beozo will take over here.
83.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Here's Max Muncy. Walked his first time. That's outside. And that's ball one. Four runs already in the frame. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hard hit right side. Takes it to the bag. Steps on first, and it's out number 2.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air. Maybe drive it into the gap.
2 down, base is empty. Michael Conforto will climb in. His first at bat was a strikeout. He swings and fouls one off. And the 0-1. There's a strike. Ball one there.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two outs. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. So it's 4 runs for him on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Miami, and now the rookie second baseman, Javier Sanoja.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and he reaches safely.
The batter, number 9. Shortstop
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And it's caught for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Stowers.
Stepping in, Kyle Stowers. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Pickoff throw. Sanoja back in on a dive. Sanoja at first, one gone. The changeup missing. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And there's a ball.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 the count.
just misses with that one.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Wagaman in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Now checks on first. Sanoha back on a dive.
Ball.
And that's a little bit high. And it's 3-0. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss, and it's a full count now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call. Marlins leave one. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back here at Lone Depot Park, here's Kike Hernandez.
Number 8, Kike Hernandez.
In the air out towards right center. Sanchez sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting, number 6.
And stepping in is the speedy Hae-Sung Kim. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Beozo measures 5 feet 10 inches, 25 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. There's a strike. To the right side, and that one handled. Fires to first on the run, and they get the out.
Now batting, catcher Austin Barnes.
And next for LA, Austin Barnes. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That clips a corner. Next offering in there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing here this half. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jesus Sanchez. First pitch misses.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
And the 1-0. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, the catcher.
And here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. Flying to left his first time. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Sanchez gets his lead at first with nobody out. There's a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Now batting.
And up next for Miami, Matt Mervis. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and he just misses. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour, so that's flexing your muscles a little bit.
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two on, 1 out. Pitch misses there, and the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Grounded out his first time. And it's fouled away. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Ripped on a line. Freeman makes the catch. And that is that. Marlins strand a pair. They still find themselves down 6-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Now at the plate, Chris Taylor.
Chris Taylor.
Beozo back to work. And that clips the inside corner. And that is out of play. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
And first offering is fouled off. upstairs. One out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
2 strikes.
One down, bases empty. That smash towards center. They got it for out number 2.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Line drive. Gets down. Base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And here is Andy Pajes. And first offering is fouled off. Grounder off the pitcher. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And at the plate for Miami, Javier Sanoja. And the right-hander back to work. There's a strike. Action in the pen down there. Number 78 preparing to come on if needed. Number 86 getting cranked up as well. And ball one. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Way high with that one.
2 strikes.
Yeah, that's ball 2. And delivers outside. That one misses.
Nope,
so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch. And I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 2. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's whipped. Base hit. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out. And I think Dave Roberts is coming out of the dugout. Landon Knack will depart, and that's an excellent job from the reliever in the starting role today. Gave him some length. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
number
Los
78
Angeles.
on a pitch out of the pen here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
So they're at the corners now. Now the number 2 hitter, Kyle Stowers. And there's a strike. And that one upstairs, ball one.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
1-1 now. Swing and a miss.
Great spot to be in right here for the pitcher. He can either strike this guy out or get a ground ball, double play.
Sanoha, the runner at third. Edwards on at first with nobody out. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Next one misses, and that's ball two. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And there's a foul ball. Two on, one out. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
The right fielder, number 7.
And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Lined into right. Makes the grab, and that is that. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. We're through 5. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Miami, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Max Muncy. Just missed. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Max Meyer, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Alcantara warming up as well. And now 2-0.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Now 3-0. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
And here is Michael Conforto, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Check swing, called strike. Nobody out, runner at first. Right through there, got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Hernandez in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. That one just misses. Now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's down and in.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
The Dodgers up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Hesung Kim now at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Misses off the plate. Ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Hey! I got a ball, 1 strike.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Late swing, foul to the left. Stays alive. Muncy leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing. Bottom of the 6. Here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. Breaking ball inside. Ball 1. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Shohei Ohtani getting loose out there. May getting loose as well. Just missed. And that one fouled off. Next offering in there for a strike. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Now batting.
So up next,
first baseman,
Matt Mervis.
Mervis.
First offering misses badly for ball 1. And another ball. Outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And a strike.
3-2.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner.
Now
It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called 3rd strike.
So digging in, Dane Myers. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. In there at the knees. And the count even at 1.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. Center field. Freeman sizing this one up. And that'll do it. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
And that one misses up and in. And it's 1-1. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it drops in. And a good start to the inning.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter, Chris.
Here comes Chris Taylor. Close one, doesn't get the call. 1-0. Runner at first with no outs here. And that one is inside. Next pitch is outside. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Here's Mookie Betts. Ripped to first, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Next to the dish is Freddie. 1 for 3.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
That's a base hit. And they stop him at third, so bases loaded with 1 away. Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there, 0-1. And a strike on the outside edge.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's two gone.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider's more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. That's in there. That's strike one. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Hard on the ground to first. Mervis takes it to the bag, out to escape a bases loaded jam unscathed, and the Dodgers leave him loaded. They lead it though 6-0. Bottom of the inning, and now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley.
Third baseman, Graham Pauley.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting the second baseman, Javier.
Now it's the second baseman, Javier Sanoja. And the first offering is not close.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Fastball for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Pauley aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. He picks up his fifth strikeout on the hill.
Now
he's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Edwards in the box here lets that one go for a ball. The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 1-1. On the ground to first, could be two. To Betts at second for one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing. We go to the 8th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto.
Beozo back to work. Right through there for a strike.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
And that skips in the dirt. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. That one down the line, and that's just foul. On the ground to third. Slings it across. First out in the top of the 8th.
The first baseman, number 8, Kike Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. close, but called a ball. And that is ball one.
No strikes.
Slider misses outside. Swings through that one.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
That's a base hit.
The batter, number 6.
Man at first. Here's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. That's too low, and that's ball one. The Dodgers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-1.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
And that one upstairs.
1 strike.
And a foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that just misses. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Here's Edwards for 1, and he'll eat it and be happy with the out.
Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the sure out, keep the runner out of scoring position.
Barnes.
Austin Barnes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
That's out number 3. So the Dodgers leave one, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the left fielder, Kyle Stowers.
Kyle Stowers.
Foul ball. This one in the air. Betts makes the grab, 1 away.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
And now here's the Marlins DH, Eric Wagaman. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count.
That one lifted to left, and that'll fall for a base hit. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And out to a board.
Now batting, catcher Agustin
Ramirez will hit next. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Check swing went around, and that's strike 1. Just missed. Wagaman on second. Sanchez at first. 1 gone. On the ground, 2 ball. To second, there's 1. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. So no runs on 2 hits. No errors. And 1 left on base. 9th inning coming up. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Marlins nothing.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Marlins.
It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Max Meyer. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Here comes Chris Taylor.
The designated hitter, Chris Taylor.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play. And that one hit to first and a base hit.
Now batting.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Here's Mookie to hit. Upstairs. And that's ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Well struck left field. And that's going to bang against the wall. Cut off, throw to second, but he's in there easily.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
So now it's Freddie Freeman. There's the strike. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. 1 run's in. Now the second run is in. It's 8-0. A 2-run double.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. So much of good hitting is finding holes for defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Andy Pajes. That's outside. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
He hasn't wanted a challenge in both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Fastball is outside.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
Here's a 3-0. And that's in for a strike. Man at second. And now the count filled up 3-2.
You got a full count. 3-2.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Just missed his spot on the inside right there.
The third baseman, number 13, Max.
Here comes Max Muncy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. 2 on, nobody out with 2 runs already in here at the top of the 9th. And that one almost hit him.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Hit hard, should be extra bases. Freeman around third. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. That could be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Max Meyer done for the day, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
New pitcher
Marlins.
on here, Saul
Number
Valdez.
25.
On for his major league
Saul
debut, and a
Valdez.
moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
Next to hit, Michael Conforto misses off the plate, and it's 1-0. Muncy stands at second with no outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. It's in and out of his glove.
The first baseman, number 8, Kike Hernandez.
So up next, Enrique Hernandez. And that one fouled off. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Anthony Veneziano, the left-hander, up and throwing. Alcantara, the right-hander, loosening up as well. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Muncy comes in to score. It's an RBI single, and the lead continues to grow.
Now batting, number 6.
Now it's the second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. First pitch, not close. Just missed. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. First and second here, no outs. That one in for a strike, 2-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Line drive, caught to second with the throw, and no chance to get back. It's a double play. Here's the catcher to hit, Austin Barnes. Just missed.
That pitch is out.
And the next pitch is way outside. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. It's the Dodgers 11 and the Marlins nothing.
Now pitching for
back
the
now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Shohei Ohtani getting ready to make his season debut. So digging in, Matt Mervis.
The first baseman, Matt Mervis.
Yeah, that's a little bit high. Ball 1. And that one clips the corner.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
That one outside. Now 2 balls and a strike. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Next pitch is downstairs.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
3-2 on the way. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. My partner known for being a touch hacktastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness.
In your career.
I can't even believe. I'd win.
130
when did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even, seriously, I don't believe that.
Myers stands in now and watches strike 1.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top level guy like this.
Outside. And 1-1. And a foul ball.
That's out.
The Marlins with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside. And as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That one missing inside. Mervis leads off first with one away. Set down on strikes. And they're down to their last out.
Now batting.
So 2 down now. And here is Javier Sanoja. First pitch misses. And that one pulled foul. Next offering is outside. That pitch in for a strike. It's 2-2.
2-2 the count.
Ohtani is just one strike away.
3-2.
And now it's filled up.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
11-0 your final score. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Now from Angel Stadium in Anaheim, a great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Angels. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here, and getting the start for the Angels, Tyler Anderson. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. And that's downstairs. And we are underway. The lefty, the 1-0.
1-1.
The shortstop takes the ball. Swing and a miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
This to center field. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They definitely have a few free swingers in this lineup, hitters who want to be on the attack, and that's great as long as you got pitches in the zone. But if the pitcher's able to expand the zone, it can be very difficult for an offense like this to get going. You've got to somehow draw some walks, put some runners on base so that when you do have those free swingers come up, you can cash in with some runs that are plated. Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Pitches in there. Strike one. Santander, the switch hitting DH, 30 years old now, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. That's inside.
Ball one.
Man at first, one away. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string of a changeup.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
At the belt and fires. That one called a strike. 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs.
Ball inside.
Up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one drifts inside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. One left for Toronto. Now the Angels will get their first crack at it. No score. You're dialed into the show. Back in Anaheim, and today's starter, Jose Urena. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Zach Neto leading things off and takes a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Bichette tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. And let's take a look at the lineup. Needless to say, this is an aggressive lineup. They've drawn fewer walks than any other team in the league.
I didn't walk very much, but I'll tell you what, it drives me a little crazy to see it. I mean, we're in this modern era of baseball, and we know how important walks are. You get runners on base, they end up leading the runs. But this whole lineup just seems to be made up of players who come to the dish. They don't have a plan. They come unglued right away. You've got to make that pitcher work a little bit more. It's not like you're going to get a steady diet of meatballs all game long.
Hacktastic might be the way to describe it.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Hit in the air out to center field. Bichette on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
2 outs, base is empty. Jorge Soler up at the plate. There's a strike. That misses, and the count is 1-1. And that one missing low. Ground ball up the middle. Fires over to Guerrero. Angels retired 1-2-3. Angels held in check. Scoreless after 1. Back here at Angel Stadium, second inning set to go. And here is Alejandro Kirk. Anderson back to work. Not close with that one. 1-0. And strike one to the catcher. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual.
Way inside, gets out of the way. The 2-2. Oh, that one almost gets him again. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Batting 6, center fielder.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Good power, not great in the OBP department. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Throw to second, tag, and they got him.
Not a fast runner on the base path, so this kind of looks like it was a hit-and-run call from the dugout. Got to make contact some way or somehow because that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
Line drive. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Right through there for a strike. That misses, and the count even 1-1. Started to go after it. Now we'll look down to first. Yes, he did. That's a swing according to Eric Summerskill. Out to short. Throws to first. That's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. And the batter now, Taylor Ward. Yeah, there's the strike.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Ball
That's
one there. Inside, 2-2. Rips that one center field. Snags it on the run. 1 down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Logan O'Hoppe batting with 1 down takes a strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Here is Moncada. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That one the other way. Zips it across, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Angels go quietly there. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Miles Straw.
Miles Straw.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Next offering is fouled back. Gonna count 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Up the middle. Finds its way through, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Off the mark there.
Outside.
And that is ball 1. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
And that drops in for a strike.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 2. Got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in. So you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball. But either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Bichette in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Now snap throw to first. And he's back in on a dive. Straw, the base runner at first with 1 out.
Ball.
And that's outside. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
1 out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Move to second. Straw dives back in safely. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Man at second. On the ground, Rengifo. And Bichette is retired.
Now batting, First baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Ball one, no strikes.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
2 outs. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
He's in a tough spot. Had to make a great pitch. Did it. Got the strikeout. Gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Back in Anaheim, set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now it's the switch-hitting second baseman, Luis Rengifo. That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Got him swinging.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good 2-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Here's the rookie right fielder. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd. And no one can get there. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
One down. Kyron Paris, the next to hit for the Angels. Outside low, and it's 1-0. And that's hammered into right field. That's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And now, Zach Neto on the ground to the left, and it goes just foul.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Two on, 1 out. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Check swing, appeal to first. Yes, he did. Down he goes on strikes.
Definitely a strikeout situation right there, and he got it. You do not want him to put the ball in play and want to strand that runner at third. Now all he needs is one more out to get it. Doesn't have to be a strikeout this time since now they're 2 outs.
Shotwell takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
And a count 1-2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That missed inside. The count now 2-2. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in the last half of the third. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and that's the inning. Angels strand a couple, still no score. As we go to the top of the fourth, at the plate, Anthony Santander. Missed with a changeup, ball 1.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
And that is downstairs. And a count 2-1. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. Just misses. And the count's full.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Anderson ready to work. In the air, foul off first. Shotwell makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, right fielder George Springer.
And the batter is George Springer. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Springer goes 6 feet 3 inches, 220 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2011. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Next offering way off the plate.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
Out to short. That takes care of Springer.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. That's in for a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Next offering is down low.
1 ball,
2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And they'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. Stays alive.
Five foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
The 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The other way, makes the play, and that's out number 3. Blue Jays go down in order, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at Angel Stadium, bottom 4, and now the designated hitter for the Angels, Jorge Soler. Down and away for ball 1.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
And another ball.
2-0.
Next offering is fouled back. Hit on the ground to short. Bichette handles, throws to first. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Now batting, left fielder Taylor Ward.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward. 0 for 1 so far. That one misses. 1-0. Liner snagged at first.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And now Logan O'Hoppe, scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. 2 out, space is empty. And that misses. And that's ball 1. That one missed. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Springer drop step going back. Gone! That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 10 on the year. And the Halos jump out in front. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Check swing to the first pitch. Look down to third. And no swing, says Joe McDonald. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Just missed. That's outside. And now 3-1.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That's ball 4. Tried another sinker but couldn't find his zone.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to get out of this thing without giving up any more runs. Just got to turn the page and go after this next guy.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. On to Jimenez. That's the inning. Angels get one with a solo homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Dalton Varsho. Anderson back to work. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Jose Soriano, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Burke, a left-hander, also throwing. Up and in, and the count is 2-0. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. In the air, right field. Under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Way high. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now the left fielder, Miles Straw. Singled and stole a base his first time. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Blue Jays down a run. Outside low, and it's 2-0.
2-0. Hey. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just missed. Fought off foul.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. They still trail 1-0.
Now pitching for
Out of the
Toronto.
bullpen for the Jays, Chris
Number
Bassett.
40.
He's pitching on 2 days
Chris
rest.
Bassett.
Now it's the switch
And
hitting
leading
outfielder.
off for the
And he's
Pillows.
already singled
Right
in this
fielder,
game.
Gustavo Campero.
And ball 1 to the right fielder.
Ball 1, no strike.
Just
Ball 2.
missed.
2 balls, no strike.
That
Nope,
one
that's a ball.
misses. 3-0. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire
Now
at-bat.
batting.
And next for L.A.,
Center fielder,
Kyron Paris.
Kyron Paris.
In the air out to center. Makes the grab after a long run. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his
Now
breath
batting,
before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So the lineup flips over.
Neto.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. A lefty up and throwing out there. In the dirt. Next offering is downstairs. Inside, just missed.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone.
Couldn't have timed it up any
Up
better
next
than
for
that.
the
Nice job of
Angels.
driving that pitch the
First
other way
baseman,
on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages
Shallow.
working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, 1 out. Nolan Shanuel getting ready to hit. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Two on, 1 out. Next
That's a
offering
ball.
misses down and away.
Way to lay off
1
that
ball,
pitch down.
2 strikes.
That one
That's
just
ball 2.
missing inside, and it's 2-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
And it remains 2-2. And there's the ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Runners at first and second with one gone. Last half of inning number 5. This one smashed down the right field line. And foul ball. Liner caught it second.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
Next is the designated hitter, Jorge Soler. Has grounded out a couple of times. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. First and second, 2 down. Outside low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. And that's way high. And the count is 2-2. Squirts away a little bit. Taylor Ward on deck for the Angels. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. So they strand a pair. 5 innings complete. It's the Angels 1 and the Jays nothing. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Jose Soriano.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Well, 1-run game, and now it's going to be Andres Jimenez. Struck out looking his first time.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Movement in the bullpen. Connor Brogdon up and loosening in the pen. Neris also getting ready. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Oh, 2 now. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Bohapi gathers, throws to first, gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. The shortstop takes the ball.
1-0.
One out, base is empty. And that
Ball
misses. And now 2-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Just missed. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here.
Yeah.
Fouls 1 away, and now 3-2. The Halos leading by a run, and we're the top half of the 6th. And he grounds one to the right side, and it goes just foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Gets the call. 0-2 down. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side here in the 6th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Well, we go bottom 6, and now it's the Angels cleanup batter. Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward.
And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Angels, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far. And that's something they should feel very good about. Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
Next to hit, Logan O'Hoppe. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one. So that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
That one pushed foul.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And a good eye there. On the ground to third, a sliding stop over to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent, the arm strength was there, and of course the most important part was getting the out.
Here comes Yoan Moncada. He's 0 for 1. That's in there. That's strike 1. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And that misses. And it's a ball and a strike. And it's fouled away. Two outs. Misses, and it's 2-2. And that's down and away. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. And the Angels are gone in order, but they lead it 1-0. Top of inning number 7, and now for the Jays, Anthony Santander. He's sort of your typical power hitter. Wouldn't necessarily call him a 3 true outcome guy, but he's in there to hit home runs.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Fans dig the long ball, bro.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Looking to get the tying run on base.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here's George Springer. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Soriano, a righty that throws with power. 26 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away.
Now batting, catcher Alejandro
So up next,
Kirk.
Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Ball 1.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Jose Soriano done for the night, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
Brock
the Angels.
Burke comes on now.
Number
The southpaw's
46.
been really good against left-handed hitters.
Brock Burke.
Two outs, runner at first. Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. Here he is in a spot where he makes most of his money against left-handed pitching. Fastball for a strike.
0-1's the count.
It's 0-1.
Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They trail here 1-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jimmy Garcia.
Now pitching
And he's
for
been
Toronto.
fantastic this year. Really
Number
stingy in terms of
93.
allowing base runners. He's just
Jimmy
got great
Garcia.
stuff that's tough to square up.
Here's the second
And
baseman,
leading off
Luis
for the
Rengifo.
Heroes, second baseman, Luis Rengifo.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Garcia, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Chad Green up and throwing. Tate getting cranked up as well. To the right side, Guerrero. He'll do it
He's
himself,
out.
and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Lined into left center, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Garcia checks over to first, and he's back. Digging in, Kyren Paris. Yeah. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. One-run game, one out, one on. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
0-2 is the count.
Good eye right there.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now it's the shortstop, Zach Neto, 1 for 3. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2 outs. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Another 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Cut on and miss. Curveball struck him out. Angels strand one, but they're on top 1-0. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Ernie Clement.
And that one fouled off. That's to third. Moncada fires across the diamond. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
That's why you hug the lines on the corners late in a ball game like this. Positioned perfectly.
Here's the left fielder, Miles Straw, 1 for 2. First pitch, and he just misses.
1-0.
Holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right side. He's under it. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Brock Burke won't go any further tonight. And as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
Connor
the
Brogdon into the game.
Number
and he comes on
75.
here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Sneaks through, base hit. So the inning is still alive with Bo Bichette coming to the dish. And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Siggy, he definitely showed off the wheels there.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a bang-bang play. StatCast gives us the data, and that stolen base wasn't possible without that sprint speed.
Brogdon checks the runner, and he dives back in safely. Jimenez at second with 2 down. Now 1-1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Up the middle. Throws to first in time, and Bichette is retired. And that is that. One left for Toronto, and it remains 1-0.
Now pitching for
Back
Toronto.
now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll
Number
into the bottom of the
57.
8th. Chad Green.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season.
And
Something to
leading
keep
off
in
for
mind
the
here.
Pillows.
Well,
First baseman,
1-run game,
Nolan
and here's the first baseman, Nolan
Shadwell.
Shadwell. 0 for 3 in this one. And
Ball
takes
1.
low for ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Ball, that's down.
Right side, Jimenez whips it to first, and that's one away as the
Now
leadoff
batting,
man is
the
out in the
designated
8th.
hitter, Jorge Soler.
Now it's the DH for the Angels, Jorge Soler. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Number 68 appears to be getting loose. One down, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. Just missing there. And the count 1 and 2.
2 strikes the count.
And that
2
one
balls,
missing
2
low.
strikes.
Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. That's a little bit low. Bases empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That's to third. Oh, he gloves it. Fires to first. In time. Got him.
A quick move to his left. Fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it. Then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
2 down, bases empty. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Angels. And first offering is fouled off. Here's a high chopper, and that chance handled. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Runner at first with 2 away. Now, Logan O'Hoppe. He's already homered in this game.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Fastball for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. Angels leave 1, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
Now pitching for
Back
the Angels.
now, and on the mound, the closer, Kenley Jansen.
Now this is an extremely confident pitcher. He loves the pressure. Actually likes the 1-run game better than a comfortable 3-run save opportunity because that's when he pitches his best.
Well, 1-run game, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That clips the corner.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Ripped to short. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And now, Anthony Santander. And that is out of play. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Hard ground ball for a base knock. And that puts the tying run on base.
Everything came together for him. He
He
wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
So a change being made at first base. Coming on to pinch run for Toronto, Alan Roden.
Alan Roden.
One down, runner at first. And now George Springer. And there's the strike.
0-1.
A one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a foul out of play.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
The 0-2. And
1 ball,
downstairs.
2 strikes.
Line drive, that's a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. Late swing fouled off.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Ground ball right side, it squirts through. Heading for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe. We're tied at 1.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Kenley Jansen departs, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
So
the
out of the
Angels,
pen comes the right-hander, Hector
number
Neris.
50. Hector Neris.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. Outfielders playing shallow. Corners are in, trying to cut down the runner at third. That's in there. Strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. The run scores from third, and it's an RBI single. And in the ninth, they take the lead.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Foul ball there. And a foul ball. Still only 1 out here in the inning. In the air, left side, Ward. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, Miles Straw.
So digging in, Miles Straw. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit out into right center. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run scores. Here comes another. The relay to the plate, and he's in there as they score a pair on the play.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jimenez, the next to hit. First pitch doesn't find the zone. In there at the knees for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Man on second, 2 down. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. So an incredible rally here at the top of the 9th has completely flipped the script of this game. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Angels 1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
He's got some of the best swing and miss stuff going right now. He's striking out hitters at a very high rate this year, so this should be fun to watch.
Here is Yohan Moncada.
For the Hellos, third baseman, Yohan Moncada.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
And next for the Angels, Luis Rengifo. And that one a little below the knees. And that is ball 1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
And this one looks like trouble. And that's going to roll to the wall. Moncada headed for the plate. He'll score.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night. Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now the right fielder. And that one way outside. And it's 1-0. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. And that's fouled off. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. The tying run at the plate. Line, and that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. You'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now here is Kyron Paris. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. One-run game, bottom 9.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two balls.
In the dirt, and the runner stays where he is. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. He's 2 outs away. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Zach Neto. Throw to first, and he's back in safely. First pitch misses. Runner on the goal. Pitching for a strike. Throw there. Safe. So now the injury forcing a substitution at second base. Pinch running for the Angels, Joe Adell. So the tying run at second. Strike 2.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
And that one is downstairs. Counts full, 3-2. Nolan Shotwell in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Man at second. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Got him looking for the strikeout. Now only 1 out remaining.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. Just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Jeff Hoffman is done, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Now on the
Toronto.
bump, Dylan Tate.
I can't imagine
33.
any save is an easy one.
Dylan
You're holding
Tate.
a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Angels down to their final out. Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Around third. Now a long throw home. Tag, save. Tie ball game, 4-4.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the ninth. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off with the win if they can push across another run.
Now here is Jorge Soler in there at the knees, and that's strike one. Two outs, but the winning run is at first. Just missed.
Ball 1. 1-1.
On the ground right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Trying to send this to extra innings. That misses the zone, and the count is even 2-2. That one missed.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Taylor Ward in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Hot shot to third. Clement over to first. That's the third out, and we're headed to extras. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. And we are tied 4-4. Back here at Angel Stadium, we're in extras here, and now the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Neris back to work.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth. So here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Runner takes off. Swing and a ground ball. Save. Tosses to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 10th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a hit, but at the end of the day, it's a good at bat, especially when you're playing extra innings.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alan Roden.
So now the DH spot, Alan Roden entered the game as a pinch runner. First plate appearance for him here. Now a pop-up on the infield. Schanuel hauls it in, 2 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, right fielder, George Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And ball one to the right fielder. With the go-ahead run at third, and here in extra innings. Fought off foul. Tied at 4. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
That misses, and the count's even at 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Runners on first and third, 2 away here in extra innings. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Smoked on the ground a second. They take the force out. They miss a big chance to take the lead here late. 2 left on. On to the bottom of inning number 10. And we are tied 4-4. Back in Anaheim, now the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Man at second, nobody out. And Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
Yeah, I think part of that goes into it's just so hard to come up with hits. In today's game, starters don't go deep, and so hitters are seeing multiple pitchers every night, and that makes it more challenging just to come up with a single. Foul tip, strike 3.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Now the catcher up to hit, Logan O'Hoppe. He's already homered here in this one. Fouled off down the right side. The next pitch misses, and the count is 1-1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Runner around third on his way to the plate. In comes the winning run, and the Angels walk it off in extra innings.
You know, he had to feel the pressure. Winning run on second base. Found a way to make solid contact, and the winning run comes across to score. Everyone going crazy. Exciting finish to this game today.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.